Jerome Jensen's here. Come on.
Lucille's case is all hands on deck.
Deck.
Lucille's case is all hands on deck. Hey, we are deposing Elliot Perkins in 15 minutes, so...
Perkins can wait. Just make sure that my 9
Iron.
Wait. Just make sure that my 9 What's Lola doing with the fake ID?
Well, that's what I hope you can find out. It slipped out of her purse when she was...
Purse.
It slipped out of her purse when she was...
Money was embezzled. Do you deny that?
Absolutely.
Please, Robert, I know as general counsel you just basically push paper, but...
Counsel.
Robert, I know as general counsel you just basically push paper, but... Your wife, your children, your whole family, disgrace.
Would you show my client some respect?
And that transaction had nothing to do with the firm.
Transaction.
And that transaction had nothing to do with the firm. This is ridiculous. I can show you the records.
Oh, sure you can. Because you're the guy who invented losses in mortgage-backed securities.
Invent.
You invented losses in mortgage-backed securities.
Hey, I'm more like Robert Duvall in The Godfather. His consigliere. Okay.
Throat.
Okay. Robert, what the hell happened to Perkins?
Ask that pit bull of yours.
Bull.
Ask that pit bull of yours.
I was letting Perkins sweat. It was a tactic which you completely undermined.
Well, I believe I made him sweat and then some.
Sweat.
Well, I believe I made him sweat and then some. Oh, I don't know, a little British band called Queen?
Should have seen that coming. You know, real musicians.
Musician.
You know, real musicians.
Fine.
That includes the furniture.
Furniture.
That includes the furniture.
Okay? I mean, I think a relationship needs a little work.
Let's hold off the couples counseling.
Counseling.
Let's hold off the couples counseling.
I mean, I think a relationship needs a little work.
Let's hold off the couples counseling until our 5th anniversary.
Anniversary.
Counseling until our 5th anniversary.
But the settlement that your firm negotiated with the victims...
It doesn't matter how pure your motives are.
Motive.
It doesn't matter how pure your motives are.
In terms of living relatives, I didn't find anything, but when I looked into the estates of relatives who passed away...
Relative.
Estates of relatives who passed away... But when I looked into the estates of relatives who passed away, the holding was originally in the name of the aunt.
Aunt.
The holding was originally in the name of the aunt.
Anthony Maslow and his attorney are in the conference room.
At whose invitation?
Invitation.
At whose invitation? This so-called investigation, it isn't worth the paper it's printed on.
Well, Lucille Jackson may beg to differ, Counselor.
Beg.
Well, Lucille Jackson may beg to differ, Counselor. Well, Lucille Jackson may beg to differ, counselor. A bridge loan means she's desperate.
desperate, desperate,
A bridge loan means she's desperate.
$15 million is not insignificant.
But now it's not the time to settle. We have to strengthen our hand.
Strengthen. Strengthen.
We have to strengthen our hand. We have to strengthen our hand.
All right, here's my problem. Best case scenario, we go.
scenario, scenario,
Best case scenario, we go.
He says Perkins acted alone.
Oh, he's the perfect scapegoat. He can't defend himself. You want to go to the bathroom?
bathroom, bathroom,
You want to go to the bathroom?
I am lying to myself. I thought this was a phase, that it was hormones, that it would pass, but
Hormone. Hormone.
that it was hormones, that it would pass, but...
But it seems we've gotten off the wrong foot, and
It's the same story as always, Dad. You duck your responsibilities.
duck, duck,
You duck your responsibilities.
I'm on the other side of Anthony Maslow, not your husband, and I don't want to see his memory painted with the same brush.
brush, brush,
Painted with the same brush.
What the hell are you doing? I was deposing the widow, just like you.
I came here to pay my respects and initiate a relationship.
initiate, initiate,
I came here to pay my respects and initiate a relationship.
They put my name wrong in the system.
I checked your social security number against the database.
database, database,
Number against the database.
My daughter brought this on herself. Now, I desperately do not want her to go to prison.
desperately, desperately,
Now, I desperately do not want her to go to prison.
Any halfway decent lawyer would.
We were under the gun, and I was under strict instructions from my...
strict, strict,
And I was under strict instructions from my...
Is that true?
She's an executive assistant to the head of a major investment firm. She's not going to work for a junior partner.
junior, junior,
Firm, she's not going to work for a junior partner.
You said Jerome wouldn't pull the trigger.
trigger, trigger,
You said Jerome wouldn't pull the trigger.
Right now.
Harvey, when the police show up at Lola's doorstep, we're done.
Has she distributed the money yet?
distribute, distribute,
Has she distributed the money yet? Maslow was in Liechtenstein the day that Lucille's endowment evaporated.
That maybe he was skiing.
ski, ski,
That maybe he was skiing. New York, Iowa, Kansas. 40 states that all have housing projects that will vanish if we don't find out information that only you...
vanish, vanish,
That will vanish if we don't find out information that only you...
Say it, I'll say it. I'm under the gun and I need your help. I've got the information, but you've got the financial
expertise, expertise,
I've got the information, but you've got the financial expertise.
They do it in their own way. But the one thing that they all have in common is that they never put all their eggs in one basket.
basket, basket,
Common is that they never put all their eggs in one basket.
How do we figure out which accounts are his?
Because they're all going to add up to the same exact amount of money that was lost from Stable Shelter's account.
Well, how do
stable, stable,
Stable Shelter's account.
you... Well, how do you...
Was drained, it had to go somewhere.
What goes out from Lucille's had to go into Maslow's.
Simple law of mathematics.
mathematics, mathematics,
Simple law mathematics.
Sweet.
Money that disappeared from Lucille Jackson's endowment fund?
I doubt it. What I don't doubt is that if you trace the money that went into those accounts,
trace, trace,
is that if you trace the money that went into those accounts, I don't have to answer that.
This isn't a deposition. You're so right. It's more of a presentation.
We can make
presentation, presentation,
You're so right. It's more of a presentation. We can make